Hello everyone, my name is Terry Candlestick and welcome back to the channel. I got a lot of feedback from everyone, and everyone said there was consistent feedback that Leo's voice, his accent, is great. Keep it. So I know you'll all be glad to hear I'm keeping his accent the way it is. I'm not changing a thing. Just want to make sure it was the right spot. It's Tuesday. Peyton Mall is tiny compared to the one in Pueblo where I go to school. It's only got one floor and maybe 20 stores. Still, it wasn't a bad place to hang out back when I was in high school, mostly because it had a movie theater. So, where do you guys want to go first? First? We only need to go to one. You sure? I mean, maybe we should help him branch out. He knows what he likes. It's fine. Well, alright. Lizards, it is. It's one of those kinds of stores where it looks like a radioactive clown jizzed on everything. Yeah. It's a good way of putting a chase. Ha! Well, there is a lot of weird porn here. Think Carl would like that. I'm not really sure what Carl is into when it comes to that. I think he likes the paws, honestly. Why don't I just box up my foot and put a bow on it then? Porn? Really? Let's just stick to comic books. We both look at him. DJ looks pissed. He's like, what the hell, dudes? I'm gonna fight somebody. You go, DJ. Everything okay, Didge? DJ's been in a bit of a mood ever since he woke up this morning. He didn't talk the whole drive here, instead just browsing through stuff on his phone. He's just salty that he isn't roasting on the trail right now. No, this is fine. I'm fine, guys. TJ smiles to show us how fine he is. Yeah, sure. While Leo's driving us up halfway after this, you're still going on your self-barbecue. You don't have to go if you don't want. I don't know if it would be very fun if you're upset the whole time. At this point, Leo turns to me, smiling. You going with him? In this fur? On these legs? I lift a foot for him. No, it's over 90 degrees today. Yeah, best you leave it to the land animals. So! Leo claps his paws together loudly. Let's speed up and pick something out. I think it'll be fine if we just keep it under 20 bucks. As everyone wanders off, I look around. I'm not sure what I should get him. He doesn't get excited about much unless one of his comic books is being turned into a movie. Let's see. Action figures. He does love his action. Well, he does love his video games. I don't know how he'd like action figures. Comics. He's probably got tons of comics. Let's give him some action figures. I don't know. Maybe weird. I move further towards the back of the store to the action figures, which is where TJ is. He's turning over a toy gun in his paws, his ears down. I walk up next to him, pretending to look over the wall. Find anything interesting? TJ shrugs, pulling the trigger on the gun a few times. It's definitely a weird-looking gun. It's pink, and the muzzle is perfectly round, the end tapered. That's when I realize it's a penis water gun. I'm alright. Just a little tired. Ah. Oh. He looks over at me, his brows raised. You're feeling better after yesterday, though. Yeah, just a bit. Just wish it hadn't happened. Of course. So, you're not going with me and Jenna on the hike, then? Guess not. Leo said he might need some help setting up for the party at his house. I mean, you sort of promised me, but I guess that's alright. I cringe on the inside. You haven't seen him in a while, so it's good you guys can have time to catch up. TJ lifts up the penis gun and points it at his face, squinting an eye and looking down the barrel. How the fuck can he not tell? He must know what a dick looks like. Wonder what this is from. Do you think Carl will recognize it? Oh my god. Oh my god, TJ, you're so innocent. You poor thing. He starts pulling the trigger several times, blowing the fur back on his face before opening his muzzle as well. I reach out and push it down. I think that's just a novelty item. You should get something else. Okay? Too. It's painful. Okay. I can tell that TJ isn't happy, but there's not much that I can do about it. Just protect him from himself. Chase the Saint. I wander off towards the opposite wall where all the posters are. Leo's standing there, looking over the display board. I stand next to him. You know, I think every inch of this wall is covered. I don't know if there's any more room. Has he put anything on the ceiling? I don't think so. Then there's room. Well, alright. I guess I'll get him Luce. I don't think he's got one of him yet. I look over at the masked wolf, his arms crossed, bare chest and abs stuck out on full display. I waggle my brows. Sure that's what you want? Oh, sure that's why you want him? Leo grins down at me. Oh yeah? Sorry, but he's not my type. I like my guys a little more supple. His tail slaps my ass. Well, I like him. I love muscles. Leo squares his shoulders and flexes. His biceps bulge to nearly the size of my head. Bruh, whether he's big or you're tiny. Like this. I feign indifference, shrugging. I'm more into the cut look, like Luce. Leo frowns, but I take that moment to slap him in the butt with my tail. Because it's not as flexible as his, I have to turn my body into it, and it practically thuds into his ass. Leo yelps and stumbles forward into the posters with a loud clatter. Good job, you just clubbed your friend. Your boyfriend. Whoa! Calm down, boys. Jenna walks up behind us and stands next to me, her arms folded over a manga with a doe and a schoolgirl uniform on the front. That looks sexy, Jenna. Good peek. Jenna rolls her eyes as Leo reaches into the poster bin with Luce in it. So, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have this one. TJ follows up behind Jenna, a small figurine of Trinity Weasel in his paws. I laugh. And of course you'd get that, TJ.
Hey, it was a good price, and...
He's kidding, TJ.
Anyway, maybe it'll help him take another look at that movie. It really is good.
I realize that I'm the only one that hasn't picked out a gift, and I look around anxiously. Right in front of me is a rack of beanie caps. One of them has a bloodied and decayed zombie print, a zombie face printed on it, its teeth bared at the brim. I assume it's to make the wearer look like their head is being clamped. It's clamped from inside? Okay. I think Carl likes zombies? I snatched off the rack and hurry up to the front with the others. How does it look? I asked TJ as we're walking through the parking lot.
It looks good, I guess?
No, I mean, does it look like a zombie badger is eating my head?
Oh, yeah, looks great.
He gives me a thumbs up. I pull it down over my face slowly. How do you think we'd all do in a zombie attack? I lift the hat back up over my forehead. Like, who would die first? My eyes fall involuntarily on TJ. Probably.
Me? What do you think that?
Well, maybe not. You are pretty fast. I just kind of imagine you just curling up into a ball. But honestly, I'd be the first to go. I stick out a leg. Look at how stubby these are. Psst, I'm fast and I'd get you. You wouldn't have to worry. Oh, really? I look over at Jenna and see that she's got that gleam in her eyes that always puts me on edge. Pretty sure I'm faster than you, Leo. Leo smirks. Pretty sure my legs are way longer and way faster than yours, Jenna. Jenna sticks out her bag with the manga in it at me. I slowly take it, trying to catch her eye so I can shake my head frantically at her. Leo sticks his bag out at TJ, almost punching him in the nose. TJ jumps and gingerly takes it from him, frowning. Smooth, Leo.
This is a parking lot, guys. Are you sure it's a good idea?
But Jenna and Leo have already taken up their position side by side, leaning forward. All right, to that lamppost. You're on. Count us off, Jess.
How is this proving anything? Don't you need to be carrying Chase?
All right. Ready, set,
go!
Leo actually gets a bit of a head start since he anticipated the go, but Jenna catches up right away. In fact, she's 10 feet ahead of him just 5 seconds into the race. I can hear her laughing as she gracefully speeds ahead, her tail whipping around like a flag as she zips off towards the horizon. Leo, realizing he's going to lose, is frantically flailing his arms around, his ears and head down as he charges forward. I'm actually surprised by how bad he's losing. I mean, he used to play football back in high school, so he's had some training. With his head down, I guess he doesn't see the curb right in front of him, and his foot clips it as he passes. Oh. I hear the yelp, then see him careening off the side, then roll on the asphalt before slamming up against the tire of a parked car. Ooh. TJ gasps and covers his eyes.
Oh my gosh!
I'm already running up to where Leo's fallen. He's sitting up against a tire, his paw to his head as he grits his teeth in pain.
Are you alright? Jesus, you hit that hard!
I kneel down next to him, and the second he sees me, he grins, and quickly scrambles up, brushing his paws. I'm fine, just chipped a bit. I can see spots on his paw pads that are skinned and bleeding, and I wince. Jesus Christ, Leo. That wasn't just a bit. Jenna, having noticed that her competition had eaten shit, jogs back to us, her paws on her hips as she breathes heavily. Wow, you okay, Leo? I'm fine. Wanna try that again? This stupid curb got in the way. Nope, you're banged up enough as it is. You're fucking bleeding everywhere. I think I should drive. I'm fine, Chase. Leo rolls his eyes to show me how much he doesn't care, but I can see that the insides of his ears are bright red. There's a bit of awkward silence between, only punctuated by Leo and Jenna's breathing. Finally, Jenna walks up next to me and puts her paw around my shoulders. Well, now you know who you're more likely to survive with in a zombie apocalypse, Chase. Remember it. She leans her head up against my shoulder, and I cringe as I see Leo's smile turn icy. All right, cool. Let's get going. I wiggle out from under her arm. You guys need to get to your hike. The drive back is only a little awkward. To her credit, Jenna does try to apologize to Leo, but he just waves it off like it isn't a big deal. I can tell how he's overdoing the cheerfulness. I can tell by how he's overdoing the cheerfulness that that's not the case. We drop TJ and Jenna off halfway up the trail, which happens to be right next to the highway. Once we're alone in the car, Leo starts messing around with the CD player. You might remember this. The music fills the car. I'm immediately transported back to my high school days. Jesus, is this Carpet Stains? Suitable name. Being on the carpet. It's actually really smart. No offense to anyone. Yep. Leo's grinning at me, occasionally glancing towards the road. This was a band we listened to together in my junior and senior year. You still into this stuff? He said he was transported. The music carries a lot of memories for me, and the fact that I hadn't listened to it since I had last been in this town made it all the more powerful. Sure, the music is simple, the lyrics embarrassing, but I miss it. Maybe. I think I could be if I listened to it again. Hehe, me too. As we drive, I mouth the lyrics under my breath. You haunt everything in my life. I see you in the clouds and the sky is so blue. I see your outline in my screen door too. Finally, we pull up to Leo's old ranch-style house. It looks the same as it always has, though the landscaping has definitely taken a turn for the worst. Leo parks and we both get out. I'm busy staring at the driveway, thinking about all the times I've walked across it, when a gravelly voice pulls me from my reverie. See if I can get this.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, it's him! Yeah, I guess that's his voice now, huh? I jump and look to the right, spotting a thin and angry-looking raccoon. He's standing next to some bushes, trimming them up. Was it Kutsko? Kutso? Who knows, guy? I can't give him that voice. Oh, I'll change it. His yard is desert landscaped and looks pretty good next to Leo's property, which is nothing but weeds and sagebrush. Behind the raccoon is an old, rusty-looking trailer home. Thinking back, I'm pretty sure that a really old mouse used to live here. But this guy's a raccoon, and he looks pretty young, too. I hear Leo walking quickly around the front of his truck to stand next to me. Hey, good. This is Chase. Remember I was telling you about him? Leo puts his arm around me. Cut's demeanor changes immediately when he sees Leo. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Leo. This is him, then. Oh, I have to work on his voice. I wasn't expecting him so soon. Could? My voice is just incredulous enough to be offensive, and the raccoon notices. His already scowling face gets even more scrunched up. I'm not exactly from around here. Oh, really? Oh, wrong voice. Oh, really? No. We stand there for a few seconds, then Leo grabs my arm. All right. Glad you two could meet. We're actually in a bit of a hurry. Got a party to plan for. The raccoon watches us all the way to the door before Leo finally closes it behind him. Really, Chas? What? It's a weird name. I sniffed, but instead of the scented candle smell I thought I'd get, I immediately met with the acrid smell of cigarette smoke. It doesn't look the same either. It's all a bit empty compared to when I was here last year. It makes sense, I guess, with Leo's parents and siblings gone. I tell him what a great guy you are for the past 2 years, and that's his first impression of you. Well, I'm sorry. What happened to that old mouse guy? Charlie? He died a few months after you left. Good moved in a few years ago. Oh? Well, he seems a little grumpy. He's. But he's a good guy. Been through a lot. Leo sets the bags down on the kitchen table, pulling out the cake and gifts. So, why'd he move here? Said he likes the isolation. He works in Peyton. Some things happened in the city, and he wanted to get away. Leo ruffles through the plastic cups and gifts. I forget what country he's originally from, but his full name is Kutsu. How old's TJ again? I think he's 20, but he doesn't drink anyway, if that's what you're wondering. I don't know. People change a lot in a few years. Anyway, let's go to my room. Got a message, Carl. Leo's room is small, but cozy. A little cluttered, but clean enough. I walk over to sit on his bed, looking around at all the posters, most of them related to football or hip-hop moguls. He's had most of these since high school. Kept the same room, huh? Your parents' room is bigger, isn't it? Ye will. I'm used to it. Used to it being here. Would be kind of weird hanging out in my parents' room anyway. Sides. He plops down next to me, bouncing me up and down on the bed. I don't really need the space. So what do you do around here? It feels kinda empty. I'm really only here to sleep. Otherwise, I'm on the computer, you know, porn. He looks at me and grins. I look over at his computer. It's got a nice chair, and I guess what the box of tissues, and I can guess what the box of tissues next to the monitor is for, but that's not what holds my attention. Instead, I see 3 holes punched right through the drywall. Around those are several more or less successful dents in the wall with the knuckle-shaped features. Holy shit, bro got some anger issues. Leo's ears fall flat and he lets out an embarrassed laugh. Yeesh, yeah, that's my fault. I really get into my games. I stand up and walk towards the wall, examining the damage. Leo stands up too, clearly uncomfortable. That was a few years ago, though. I don't play that game anymore. Damn, Leo. You're fucking crazy. I poke a hole through one of the holes. I poke a finger, I poke a hole into a hole. Time wizard. I poke a finger through one of the holes, realizing that punching through the wall with one try wasn't anything to sneeze at. And strong. You still got that temper of yours. I don't. It was just that one game. He's got his paws on his hips, glaring down at me. I mean, what if I was standing here? Would you have done that to my face? Put my face in front of one of the holes for effect. Leo blanches like I had slapped him. Hey! Don't talk like that. I would never. I know. I'm sorry. It's just funny how angry you get sometimes. I mean, your phone looks pretty new. When's the last time you broke one? Well, okay. The damn thing wasn't loading right, and... He frowns. Why am I being interrogated right now? Hey, you want me to live here? I think I have the right to be concerned about my personal property, including my body. I only broke your phone once. I spread my paws out. More than I've broken anyone else's phone. Yeah, well, I've never pretended that I cheated on someone as a joke. My attitude cools a little. Yeah, well, high school, you know. I know. Anyway, it's nice to have you here again. He reaches out and pulls me into a one-armed hug. When I pull back, though, I notice a cut on the side of his arm. A few more on the back of his paw as well. At this point, the fur is clumped together with coagulated blood. Man, you really wiped out. He looks at his arm. Oh yeah. I should clean up. Hey, get on my comp while I'm gone and see if Carl's online. Leo talks to me as he's walking out the door into the hallway. I should be logged on. Ask him what he's doing tomorrow. We need to plan this out right. Okay. I sit down in the chair and wake the computer up. Sure enough, Leo's already logged into his account. Oh, here we go. Snooping time. Let's go, Chase. I look at his friends list, seeing that Carl is idle. I see the message anyway. I send the message anyway, then lean back in the chair, almost freaking out as it leans back way further than I thought it would. Must be all those jerk-off sessions Leo's had. I drum my paws against the desk for a bit, then look back towards the door. Leo's probably gonna be a while, and I am curious. I grin as I check out his bookmarks. Social media litters the first few slots, then there's one called Mech Forums, another called Mechanics United. Twist my head and everything. Then, of course, there are a few sports and football specific sites. Finally, I get to one called Gavids. Then another called Otter Sluts. I snort loudly at that one. I click on the History tab next. I scroll through it for a while, the first 50 or so related to some DJ or hip-hop artist. Finally, I see the word cock, and know I'm looking at one of Leo's porn sessions. It's pretty standard stuff. Ass, balls, making out, blowjobs. But that's when I start seeing a pattern. Gay otters. Otter asses male. Male otters tail up. Gay blowjob otters. I raise my brows and click on the search bar for the history, typing in otter before hitting enter. The results spill down the window. The scroll bar is small enough that I have trouble clicking on it to pull it down. Was Leo only into me because he had an otter fetish? I start to feel a little depressed as I scroll through the results, and that's when I notice another pattern. At least half of the results have wolf in the search phrase, and not just that. Wolf otter gay blowjob, otter wolf gay couple kiss, otter wolf gay cuddling. The nape of my neck prickles as I scroll down the hundreds of results, and that's when I hear the door open in the hallway. I jump, first covering the screen with my paws like an idiot, then quickly Xing out of the window. Except that doesn't work. The sheer amount of results I get from Leo's shame must have fucked up the CPU somehow. Desperately, I bang the mouse against the desk as I hear Leo's heavy footsteps down the hallway. I swear, there's a cut on my back and I can't reach it. Fuck. I mutter under my breath, heart pounding in my chest. It's just like 7 years ago when my mom caught me looking at gay porn. Leo walks in, the computer screen still helplessly frozen. Can you help me get it? Leo stops mid-sentence, and I look back at him, the guilt on my face pretty damn obvious. What did you do? You know what? I try to stall, turn back to screen, clicking furiously on the X. Hey! And just as he's walking up behind me, the window disappears. Wait a second. What were you looking at? I swoop around in the chair, grinning. Nothing! My voice squeaks. Leo stares down at me, an exasperated smirk spreading across his muzzle. No, not nothing. What the hell were you looking at? Is there something I don't know about? He keeps staring at me, but I get up and pretend to stretch, moving towards the bed. Well, yeah, you know, something you don't know about? But now I know about some things. I switched my tail behind me a few times, teasing him, but mostly I'm just relieved I didn't get caught. I hear him move, but before I can react, he's on me. He grabs my arms and shoves them up behind my back, then shoves me forward, falling on top of me on the bed. I grunt loudly as his weight pushes the air out of my lungs. Looks like I'm going to have to get it out of you the old-fashioned way, Otter. I struggle a little, but there's no way in hell I'm getting out from under Leo if he wants me to stay there. Hey, get off! He clutches both of my wrists in one paw while he digs the other into my side. I gasp and writhe desperately, bouncing up and down on the bed while he pinches at my ribs. No, please. I don't know anything. Sure. Now, what were you looking at? He leans in harder on me, and I feel his hot breath on my ear, nuzzling at it, only making me laugh and squirm harder. While I'm sure Leo is curious about what I was doing on his computer, I'm definitely sure there's another reason why he's doing this. I can feel it against my ass as he rolls around on top of me. Before I can really think about it, he lets go of my paws and the tickling stops. I only have a second of reprieve before both his paws dig up into my armpits. Oh, Leo, you bastard. Practically squealing, I writhe around, managing to get on my back now that he isn't laying on top of me. It doesn't help much, as he just goes right back to my armpits. I can't take it anymore. Alright, it's... I was just searching your contacts to see if you were hooking up with anyone. The tickling stops and I'm left gasping for air, while Leo just looks down at me, grinning. Oh, little jealous, huh? Maybe. Maybe a little. Oh? Leo grins. Leo looks genuinely happy about that. His paws spread out to either side of my head as he grins down at me. I take my chance and shoot my paws up to his sides, digging in. He yelps and curls up and falls on top of me again. I don't relent though, and keep wiggling my fingers around his body. Obviously, he's letting me win, but it's still fun seeing him melt into a twitching pile of giggles. He rolls on the side of me and I get on top of him, pretending to wrestle him down like I've done hundreds of times before. He playfully fights back, but he's grinning up at me with a dopey, tongue out of the muzzle expression. On a whim, I plant my knee on his crotch. I'm not sure why, probably to let him know that I knew. Or maybe it was just a way to get back at him for getting off on this. He yelps again, this time a lot more loudly, and folds up, pushing me off to the side of him. Fuck! Fuck! We both lay there, side by side, panting and sweating a little, my head resting on his arm. I think I won that. No way. I got you to squeal. I knew cheated when you crushed my dick. Leo reaches over me to turn on a small, complicated-looking fan on his bedside table before flopping his other arm over his eyes. As I stare at the fan, I notice something else next to it, and I gasp loudly. What? Oh, that's Leo. What? Is that a fucking gun? Oh, yeah. It's real! Oh, yeah, of course. I turn my head to stare at him. Why? Why? You just leave it out here in the open? I never thought of Leo as a gun person. From what he told me, he hated guns. Well, my dad has a bunch, and when he left, he gave me one for protection. Wow. Do you really need it? A few people in this town, well, you know. I think I know the people he's talking about. Have you had to use it? Or something? I mean, it's just sitting out. Leo shifts, bouncing the bed. Let's just say some people need convincing when they're trying to cause trouble. I'm about to ask more, but Leo holds up his other paw. Not now. I'm tired. I'll tell you more about it later. I go quiet, but it's hard to not stare at the gun. The concept of owning one is just so foreign to me. So, what's with that fan? I change the subject. Leo looks confused, then over at the fan. Oh, it's a humidifier fan combo. I get nosebleeds a lot. Ah. I close my eyes and lay there against Leo. This is probably a bad idea, I know, but it feels good. And I'm tired, even after the discovery I made on his computer. I guess I'm just trying not to think about that right now. The fan drones softly. Leo's arm moves under my neck and I feel his paw come up and start brushing at the tuft of fur on my head with his thumb and index. I wish you would style this again. When I had it spiked? That was stupid. I liked it. I feel myself dozing off as his fingers start brushing my forehead. I feel the coolness of his anchor bracelet through my fur. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I'm barely awake at this point. The fan blowing on my face, Leo stroking, feeling his warm body next to mine. I saw you here last week, outside my window. That registers a little weird, so I come back out of my doze a little. Oh? Yeah. I just looked out and I saw an otter, just standing there. Huh? You think it was just another otter? Well... Leo yawns and turns his head towards me, snuffling at my ear. There's only one older guy. Remember Dale? He's fat though. Could have just been someone that was lost, right? Maybe. I went out and I didn't see anyone. Well, sometimes people see things. His arm tightens around my head as he gives it a sort of hug. Hope I'm not seeing things now. I roll my eyes, but his words remind me of something. Just like a bad dream, I'll be gone when you wake. But I swear, even if this was fake, I'll never forget your face. I sing a few lyrics from one of our old emo songs, but that's when I hear Leo snore. So I give in to my pleasant drowse and sink slowly into sleep. I feel a presence in the room, and it's angry. Jeez. I jolt awake, but I can't open my eyes. Jeez. Finally my eyes twitch open, but I can't move. I can only wiggle the tips of my fingers. Just try to hide. I dare you. I flinch. The voice is right in my ear. I'm still in Leo's room, still in his bed. I can vaguely make out his body out of the corner of my eye. The room, though, it's tinted red. I hear clicking and see the monitor switch on. I can see myself, bent over, tail raised, naked, looking back at the camera, my face warped. Dark holes bloom over the eyes, then all over the image like it's burning. A tarantula crawls up over the foot of the bed and starts making its way towards me. I gasp through my nose since I can't open my mouth, my heart beating so fast I think it's shaking the bed. My fingers wiggle as I try to yank myself awake, the massive spider only getting closer as it crawls over my foot and onto my leg. The weight of the spider is real. The way it's disheveling my shirt as it crawls onto my stomach is real. This is real! No, it's not real! I've had this happen before. Started happening when I took the night shift at the grocery store next to campus. Very common, very normal. People have it happen all the time. I'll just close my eyes and wait it out. I do that, squeezing them shut as tight as I can, trying to find comfort in Leo's presence next to me, his arm still under my head. I feel the spider on my chest. Its weight so much more than it should be, but it stops there, doesn't approach my face. But then I feel something else, another presence. It's coming from the right side wall, where the window is. Something's looking at me through it. I know it. I'm not opening my eyes, though. I know if I do, I'll see something that will freak me the fuck out, and the spider's bad enough. I hear tapping. Whatever it is tapping at the glass, wanting my attention. I know it's there, and it wants me to see it. What the fuck? This is lasting way longer than it should. What if I'm stuck? Am I stuck? Am I gonna be stuck in a twisted Leo's spider room dimension for the rest of my fucking life? He's mine. My eyes fly open, already pointed towards the window, bracing myself. But it's empty. The sky is tinted red from the sunset, and so is the room. My dreaming brain exaggerated it to look like the color of blood. The spider's gone, and the angry presence, is too. I sit up and rub my face, feeling exhausted even though I just slept. With the humidifier blowing right in my face, I can feel the tiny droplets of water that collected on my waterproof fur. It'll be impossible to fall asleep again after that. Not only because of how brutal that sleep paralysis was, but because I still don't feel right. While the spider and thing in my room were gone, the other thing outside the window, I feel like it's still there. I look out the window again and see nothing, but still, I can't shake the feeling that I'm still being watched. And that's where we'll leave it for this episode. That was Tuesday. If you have a suggestion for Kudzo's voice, please let me know. And I'm going to work on that. I have an idea, and I think it'll be good for him. It did say that he has a gravelly voice, so I'll get that down. And we'll continue on next time with Echo. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. As always, I'll see you next time. Bye.